Hello and welcome to the weapon overview for the AN-94. In this video, I hope to address both the strengths and weaknesses of the AN-94, as well as give you an idea of how to best go about using it in Battlefield 3. Unlike its counterpart in Bad Company 2, the AN-94 of Battlefield 3 suffers from much stronger recoil, making it almost unusable in close quarters combat. It does feature a fully automatic option, but at 600 rounds per minute, it's a kitten when compared to the ferocious beasts of CQB, like the FAMAS and AEK. The bad news doesn't stop there, as the AN-94's iron sights are some of the worst around. With the exception of the FAMAS, no gun will lose a target faster behind its iron sights than the AN-94. If you're serious about using it, you're going to have to stick it out until something more usable, like the 4x scope is unlocked at 10 kills, or the Cobra sight at 50 kills. The weapon also suffers from one of the most sluggish reload times in its weapon class. Empty, it reloads in 3.5 seconds, and with rounds left in the mag, it reloads in 2.6 seconds, meaning it's beaten out by 5 other guns in its class. Not a great hindrance when used at range, but still noteworthy. The AN-94 is a powerhouse at long range, threatening even to snipers who are unprepared. It does 25 damage at minimum range and 18 at its maximum, as do most assault rifles. The range at which the weapon maintains high damage can be further increased with the heavy barrel, which also grants it greater accuracy, but will cause it to have greater muzzle climb as well. A small price to pay considering the recoil resets after every burst. Another great feature to the AN-94, and one more reason to stay at long range, using its burst fire mode grants it a fire rate of 1200 rounds per minute, double the lethargic fire rate of its alternative fire mode. Therein lies its greatest strength. Firing at 1200 rounds per minute in extremely accurate, controlled bursts means that if its first shot is on target, the second is guaranteed to hit as well. Couple that with the distance the heavy barrel grants, and enemies will be down for the count in no time. My favorite setup is one that allows for the greatest accuracy possible at long ranges without hindering it too much if I end up within hugging distance of the enemy. The Cobra sight is a must to maintain a clear and accurate sight picture. I don't opt for a scope of any kind as the recoil is increased while scoped, and the lack of peripheral vision while using the attachment means situational awareness won't be at its peak. Second, I use a bipod because it's particularly handy when on the defensive. It grants a frightening accuracy boost when deployed thanks to low recoil and makes a target acquisition between shots a breeze at longer ranges. I don't use a foregrip as the reduction in horizontal recoil isn't really worth the larger cone of fire that comes with it. Finally, I use the heavy barrel when at long ranges to ensure the highest damage and tightest spread possible. When in mid to close range scenarios, I'm reluctant to use a silencer or flash suppressor as they both cause a substantial increase in the weapon's cone of fire. All in all, the AN-94 is a great support and long range weapon, favoring precision marksmanship over spray and pray tactics and volume of fire. If this sort of playstyle interests you, I recommend you give it a try. You might just find your new favorite gun. Thanks for watching my weapon overview of the AN-94, and I hope to see you on the battlefield.